As always, my life is a never-ending experiment. Today, I am going to show you what I am, at least for now, going to attempt to use the new reformatted note pages in the Erin Condren Life Planner for. I don't even think that made grammatical sense, but what the fuck ever. So these new notes pages are at the back, or at the start of every month, and they're reformatted. Chrissy Ann Designs, I know, and I'm sure, and I've seen other people come out with them too, are making sticker kits for these monthly pages. I was too lazy to order one, and I thought, why don't I just try and use it myself how I want to, and then we'll see if I'm gonna be lazy and order the kits. And I will tell you, after doing this page today, fuck yes, I'm gonna be that fucking lazy, because this was, you'll notice I fucked up on a couple of spots getting this set up, and by the end of it, I was trying to measure it and I didn't even bother anymore. My lines are all over the fucking place. I started freeballing it because I got fed up with it. So I didn't fucking use this planner to bullet journal. Sorry if I sound like I'm super irritated. I literally just finished this and I'm still just like, why did I think this was a good idea? Anyway, let me show you what I'm doing though, because this is what I think I will, for now, this is what I think I'm going to be using these note pages for, but we'll see. So those of you who don't know, I have polycystic kidney disease. It is a genetic kidney disease that has no cure, and my kidneys at this point are shitty enough where I really need to pay very close attention to how my body is doing, because my kidney function, I am now officially in stage 4 of kidney disease, so I really need to pay attention to certain things. I should have before, but you know, well, whatever, we can't fix that now. So I took the pastel colored markers that I had, and I drew this out, and I'll point out my fuck ups in here, but this is what I think I'm going to use it for now. And if you're going to use this for health, I think that having these circles at the top is really great for highlighting certain numbers. So that's what I'm going to do. I wrote health across the top. So I'm going to track my weight at the beginning of the month and the end of the month. Now, when you have kidneys that weigh probably a good 20-25 pounds, and you're really uncomfortable all the time, losing weight's not necessarily easy, but I've been gonna be trying to do at least a small amount of work towards that without over stressing my body, just to do my best. But I have to be very careful, but I figured I'd track it, and I was gonna write 7-1, 731, and then if you can't tell, here, it started as 731, and then I just wrote over it because I was like, damn it. And then if you look at the back, I colored on it so many times that it bled through, so I put white out there because I haven't decided what I'm doing here yet, and I'm just a hot mess today. So weight at the beginning of the month, weight at the end of the month. And then for the other two numbers, I'm going to do EGFR for the beginning of the month and the end of the month. And for those of you who do not have to worry about kidney function, it's glomofiltration rate. I don't know if I said that right. Either way, GFR is how your kidneys are doing. Basically, it gives you an idea of what your kidney function percent is like. And so your GFR number basically corresponds to your kidney function percent. And so I want to mark that here, and I want to mark that here, just to check as I do my blood work to get a record of how quickly things are shitting out. And then I've got these two sections divided up. I divided into 3 columns for AM blood pressure readings and PM blood pressure readings. So I'm taking them 2 times a day, which I'm normally lucky to get 1 time a day. So this will be a challenge. We're gonna see, part of this is to track how everything's doing, so I have a record to bring to my nephrologist. The other part of it is to see my consistency. And you could do this in terms of if you run, like the times you run, or the number of minutes you worked out, or whatever the hell you want to do. You can use that for these lines. That could be a really cool way to track throughout the month if you have like a certain amount of something, whether it's amount of carbs or amount of minutes or amount of pounds, or like when you lift, I don't fucking know, something like that. So that's my blood pressure on either side here. And then my shitty grid that I drew is, this side says drink your fucking water. So to make sure I'm gonna have my amount of water that I'm drinking daily, I'm gonna mark off every single day here. There's 31 squares, so I'll just check off every day that I've reached my water rate, and then take your fucking meds, because I'm actually fairly consistent at taking my blood pressure meds. However, sometimes I forget, or maybe not even forget. A lot of the times it's I'm exhausted because I take them before I go to bed, and if I'm exhausted and I fall asleep, if I remember in the morning, I'm good, and I need to make sure that I remember them every day. So I've got take your fucking meds, drink your fucking water. And that is how I've set this up. Now, if I was going to use stickers, I would probably do something similar, but there may be smaller trackers. So some ideas I might have for different trackers, if like to be able to use this space more efficiently when I do order stickers. Walking, like marking down how many minutes I've walked every day, get that in there. Checking off every day that I got my servings of fruits and vegetables. Checking off, like, my potassium is getting up there, so checking off every day that I managed to not have bananas or potatoes, which are two of my favorite things ever. I haven't been completely restricted from them yet, but I will be sooner or later, so time to start weaning myself off my favorite foods ever. So I could have that on here. I also could use these differently. Like, I had just put weight and GFR as a start, but I could use each of these circles as like weight, beginning and end, GFR, beginning and end, and then I'm not even sure what other numbers I could use. It could be like my parathyroid hormone. That could be interesting. It could be something more holistic than that, like, you know, number of hours I've slept on average. I could have an hours slept tracking, because part of my issue now with my kidney problems is that I'm having trouble sleeping at night because my kidneys, it's like when you're pregnant, you got a big old baby and it's hard to get comfortable, and you know, you're moving around and tossing and turning, except my kidneys are basically the size of babies. So that's where I'm coming at. So maybe tracking my sleep. If you don't have kidney disease, and I don't want this to be a poor Cindy, her kidneys are fucked up video. I'm just trying to show how, like, this page for me is a picture, not necessarily of my overall health, but of a specific aspect of my health that I am taking care of. And if, for those of you who are out there who are spoonies or have different chronic illnesses and have things that you're tracking, this page could be a really good center so that every month you have this record to go and look back at. It's a thought I'm having. I don't know. I'll check back in. I'm not going to check in every month on this because I'm not going to show you guys my fucking shit, but I think maybe at the end of the year or maybe in 4 months, quarterly, some amount of time, I will check in and tell you how I have decided to modify what I'm doing. If I do use stickers next month, I will do another video. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments if you want to see what I wind up doing for stickering for this page, because I can tell you right now that's what's going to happen, because this was just fucking irritating to do. How are you using your note page? If you use Erin Condren. If you don't use an Erin Condren and you have a note page at the end of a month, what are you using it for? Let me know in the comments. I'm super curious. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.